With Mason Smith, I'm Austin Hannon. This is BamaCentral's Just a Minute. Mason, baseball season, softball season in full swing after the basketball season ends. Alabama baseball sitting at 20-6 overall, 2-4 in the SEC. They're coming off back-to-back 2 out of 3 losses in both SEC series to both number 3 Florida and number 18 Kentucky. They picked up a big win in Huntsville over Middle Tennessee State on Wednesday, 10-4. But the SEC schedule, Mason, gets no easier. They'll now travel to Fayetteville, Arkansas to take on the number 6 Razorbacks. What do they need to do this weekend to kind of maybe turn the momentum, avoid getting swept, and kind of getting the SEC schedule back on track?
Honestly, also, I think it leans towards the offense. I think the offense has to make sure they're more even keel from game to game. As we kind of seen earlier on in the year, Alabama's offense can be real feast or famine. They can have really large innings, really good comebacks, and that's great, makes for great, dramatic baseball. But I think the simple 1 to 2 runs an inning, will really get the job done for the Crimson Tide. I mean, honestly, this offense has all the tools you want. They have some power in the lineup. They have speed on the base paths. They have everything that you would need, but sometimes they can fall a little bit short. And yes, the pitching hasn't been stellar every single game, but Ben Hess, Luke Holman, Grayson Hitt, that's a pretty solid rotation that goes into the weekend rotation for any SEC series. And sometimes that offense just hasn't been there. So I think the main thing, yes, while the pitching may need to improve in some areas, the offense needs to be way more consistent on a game-to-game basis.
They're still waiting on the return of ace Garrett McMillan, who has yet to pitch this year. So they will be at number 6 Arkansas this weekend. They will be followed up by a visit from the Bulldogs from Starkville next weekend, which I believe are last in the SEC right now. So that would be a big opportunity to get 2 or 3 games. And then the Auburn Tigers come to town. We know they're a good team. You got Missouri on the schedule. LSU's number 1. You got to go to Baton Rouge in May or late April, I think. You got to play Vanderbilt, another great team in May. So the schedule never gets easier all year. But big thing for this baseball team is they are 8-0 in the midweek games right now, which is a thing where you can't really help yourself that much by winning them, but you can sure hurt yourself by losing them, as they've seen in years past.
Absolutely.
So for Mason Smith, I'm Austin Hannon. This has been BamaCentral's Just a Minute.